Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video number 60. We're going to talk about this function called parse underscore URL. And what it does is just parse a URL that has the query string, the stuff that, you see those long URLs that have stuff like, we're going to put an S here, don't mean nothing. Let's say www.apple.com. Then you have something like this, right? Then you say code equals ABC, and then you, right, like that. And then you have another one, right? Where is it? You would say this, and you would say, how would it say, ADDR equals, and then you could say something like, I don't know, 23 West Street, like that. That's what I'm talking about. The URL that has all this information. So we need to break it down. And what happens is it breaks it down, and it creates an array, and from there you can pull out whatever you want. We're talking about this command, underscore URL, like that. Let's get rid of this stuff. So basically what it is, it's a built-in function returns, right, and it does all that crap. And then you say, and within here you say parentheses, and over here you're gonna say URL. This can be called anything you want, but this is just a variable, right, an argument. And then we're gonna and then the second argument would be a component, you know. And I'll show you in a second what I mean. Like this is how it's written. Then when you create I don't know, let's just do something. Should have left that other thing that I had up there. Alright, let's do anything. Who cares? Username, just to make it a little weird. At, let's say, host name 80. This is weird. Normally you wouldn't do any of this. It'll be a normal one like what I showed you earlier. Let's see if we try to make it a little difficult. See what the results would be. Let's see. Then we say argument. I don't care. Just say value. And let's say, I don't know, my anchor. Would this work? Yeah, I guess it would. Okay, so then what happens is you got your URL. We'll put this back in a second. Let's just take a look what it looks like. URL, save, boom. This is what you would normally get like over here, right? And you want to read that. So if you wanted to dump it too, you know, you could dump it. Let's get rid of this. And let's dump it. Do the var underscore dump. And then you can parse it while you're doing that. See? Usually when you have like dump, it will be this. Oh man. Let's save it. It kind of be like this. See how it is? It tells you that it's a string at 61, and then it gives you the value of what that is, right? Remember that one? So what we do is, instead of doing that, we just say, I want to parse this underscore URL, and then parentheses. I should have kept that before. Yeah, okay. Sorry, that wasn't looking when I was typing. Okay, let's put this in there. Of course, get rid of that stuff. There you go. That belongs to that one, and this one belongs to that one. Okay, very good. And then, and that's it. Let's play it. Let's run it. Boom. Maybe I could put a little space here so you can keep track better. This way you can look. Remember, this gives you 2 line breaks. Okay, let's just do it like this. Why is it not working? Huh. Oh. Yeah, that's it. It's the same thing. I'm sorry. Let me see. I thought I could have broken this a little better. That's ugly. You know something? Let's try this. We'll do this. Like normally I would do it with the print R stuff, but let's see how to do it. Let's keep the space so we can keep that. We don't really need to keep all that. Let's do this. Alright. Slash. Very good. There you go. I know it's a little weird, but remember the array, the associative array. So now what it did was it took the schema, which is that, right, which is this right here. This is the schema. Then it did the host, which happens to be host name, which happens to be this right here. That's the host name, right? Excuse me. And then of course you got your little the host name. Then you have your password. Then of course you got your path. And of course the value and the string, which is 6. So if you wanted to break it, like really look at it, you could just say this. You can, let's take this out. I guess we can leave that one. Remember, because this command takes two parameters, and if you're sending it to a function, we'll call them arguments. If a function is reading it on that end, it's called parameter. But we have, let me see, we got parse, we got this, and we say comma right here, right? And then we can put something called the PHP. See, the thing is that the URL, right, that holds the URL to be parsed, right? So what happens is the invalid character, oh, by the way, the invalid characters gets replaced by an underscore. And the component, right, the component that we mentioned earlier, the component, which would be right here, this specify any of the 5, I think it's 5 or 6, I think it's 5, has something called, let me see, I can't remember the PHP underscore URL underscore the schema, right, because we just saw the schema, right here, the schema. Then you have, of course, your hosts. You got your ports. You got the password, the username, which is just the host anyway. And then you have username. Then you have something called like the path. And then, of course, you have your fragment. This is the component. So, but you can actually tell it just to give you that one thing. So what you do is you say, what is it? P in caps, please. Underscore URL scheme. Did I spell that right? You are a man. Be-dee-dee-dee-doo-be-doo. This is kind of, oh no, you know something? We don't even need to do this because I want to, well, let's see what it looks like. There you go. It just breaks it down for you. It tells you that it's a stream. It's a string, 5 character, HTTP. You could do it for, what was the other one? Let's see if we had that one, right? Because it's 8080. You got your fragment, like I mentioned. Let's see, fragment, and boom, there you go. So I mean, we could break it out even more. I mean, we could say, let's put a little, I'm expecting a call from my sister. So if you hear ring, I apologize. Okay, let's do this. Let's do the var dump. We do the var dump like this. Okay, and then we'll just check out what this is directly. So we'll say something like dollar. We already showed you that. URL, comma, and then we'll say PHP. Remember I showed you, Phil? Yeah. Copy, put it in here. Let's see if we do the first one. I already showed you this over here. Let's see, like that. That would have breaks it down even more. See, about 61 gives me that whole thing. If I wanted to break it down just using user, okay, it still breaks it down because user. Okay, everything is there. Everything is there. All right, it tells you that is. Let me see. I guess I didn't do much of anything, to tell you the truth. Let me see. Let's do pass. See, if you're gonna do it better, do it this way. But you can kind of do it this way. It just gives you that one. Okay. Wait a minute. That's 1 and 2. Okay, very good. Very good. Well, just gives you that whole thing. One shot deal 4. See if I pass. What was that last one called? There you go. See, it breaks it down right here. 3. See? And then if you keep adding to it like URL, path, it'll give you a different number. But I prefer to do it this way. You get a better view of what it is. And that's about it. That's what the PHP does. You can break it down. You can use whatever you want. It's good stuff. Anyway, we reached at the end. Remember I told you I was going to do a short one. Somebody was asking me that. And this in the park too. Some guy that's actually learning PHP, not from me, but he's learning it, and he asks about that, which is kind of like random, but he did, and I gave him an answer, and then I decided, well, let me make a video so I can show you guys. Well, we reached the end of it, and if you enjoyed this video, just learned about something good about parse_URL, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. This really helps me. So until next time, a good night.